This Boston team reminds me a little bit about the 2008-2009 Boston Bruins team. Very good defensively, but just having so much issues scoring goals. As the Boston Bruins have dropped, I believe, into the bottom 20, or I think 22nd in the league in 5-on-5 scoring. The power play has dropped out of the top 10. But the Boston Bruins welcome the New York Rangers to the TD Garden for the first time this season, and the Boston Bruins are 3-1 against the New York Rangers. That one being a bit of an anomaly, as we don't want to talk about any more of those two games. So, Boston looking to increase their winning ways, looking to increase production 5-on-5, look better offensively and all that. So hopefully the Boston Bruins can do that on this, the Bruins Recap Show. Boston Bruins! We start things off in the first period. It's Jaroslav Halak for the Boston Bruins. He goes up against Alexander Georgiev. As I said, Georgiev translates to Bulgarian for tough as nails. Although in this one, you might argue that it's Bulgarian for Swiss cheese. Still no Tuukka Rask for the Boston Bruins, as he is yet to practice as far as everything I have read, which is not a good sign. So hopefully he gets better very, very soon. Which means Dan Vladar is yet again the backup for tonight. And Jake DeBrusk back into the lineup and actually will be playing his correct side on the left with David Krejci, which means Nick Ritchie moves to the right. Sean Kuraly moves to the left side wing on the fourth line as Jack Studnicka becomes the fourth line center. And that means Zach Senyshyn going into the lineup on the fourth line right wing. He looked good, very fast skater. That fourth line of Studnicka, Kuraly, and Senyshyn, just fast fourth line, which I like. Odd man out, of course, means it's Anders Bjork, odd man out for tonight. And the Boston Bruins start off early, as it is a goal by David Pastrnak, as the puck goes down deep into the New York Rangers zone. Pastrnak retrieves it, gives it to Patrice Bergeron, who gives it to Brad Marchand, who is streaking from behind the net, rotates all the way up to the blue line, passes it over to David Pastrnak right at the center blue line, and it's a hammer of a one-time, bombs it past everybody, including Alexander Georgiev. 1-0 Boston. With 3 minutes left in the period, Nick Ritchie goes off for a tripping penalty, which I believe on the night he had 3 minor penalties called against him. That's something we can work on. Anyway, Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand on the penalty kill. They streak out of the Boston zone. They crisscross at the blue line, in between the red line and the blue line, so that Brad Marchand is attacking the forward who is defending, which is Pavel Buchnevich. Pavel, I think you need this. Do you want it back? Yeah. Brad Marchand then proceeds to outweight the sliding Adam Fox, passes it up to Patrice Bergeron in front of the net, scores it in, and that is a shorthanded goal for Patrice Bergeron, but a great individual play by Brad Marchand. Oh my God, does he outdress Pavel Buchnevich. Makes it a 2-0 hockey game, and on the same penalty kill, here comes Jake DeBrusk. He gets checked, but he stays with it, passes it over, and Studnicka just can't get enough of it. Hits the outside of the net, that close to having a second shorthanded goal, making it 3-0. Weirdly, the Rangers had more pace than the Boston Bruins in this period. They outshoot Boston 14-9. Jaroslav Halak, great in the first period, but Jaroslav Halak gives up nothing. Georgiev gives up 2. Boston has a 2-0 lead. We go to the second period. And overall, this second period, absolutely fantastic for the Boston Bruins as they hold the New York Rangers to not one, just one, not two, three shots on goal for the New York Rangers as they were held by the Boston Bruins. Great overall team defense. The Boston Bruins will go to the power play excellent puck movement from this top power play unit. Brad Marchand gets it low to high over to Matty Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk over to David Krejci. He one-times it in. Power play goal. David Krejci's first goal of the season comes on the power play. It's a long time coming. 3-0. The Boston Bruins extend the lead. A minute and 21 seconds later after that goal by Krejci. He wins a puck battle behind the net from Sheedle. Richie goes to the front of the net to occupy the defenders. Jake DeBrusk just gets to the quiet area, gets himself open, makes himself available for the pass from David Krejci. Passes it, scores it. Jake DeBrusk gets off the schneid, gets the gigantic monkey off of his back, and the Boston Bruins take a 4-0 lead. And that would be the night for Alexander Georgiev, as the New York Rangers would bring in Keith Kincaid for the remainder of this hockey game. Third period, the Boston Bruins slightly take their foot off of the gas, but still manage to outshoot the New York Rangers 11-10 in the period. 4-0 your final. The second shutout of the season for Jaroslav Halak. And that is a beautiful performance from the Boston Bruins in this game. We take it to the 3 stars. And star number 3, Jake DeBrusk. In my opinion, a great response game. Hopefully he continues doing this. There was, still his kind of flyby pattern, consistencies and tangencies in the offensive zone, but we can iron that all out. Hopefully it stays with him, this anger that he played with. He claimed, and he said that the benching really, really focused him and resetted him, and it showed. He had a great response game, got on the scoreboard, looked good, made some good plays throughout the entirety, threw the body around a little bit. Second star of the game, Brad Marchand, outdressing Pavel Vucinovic, 3 assists on the night, 2 special teams assists, one a shorthanded assist, the other one a power play assist, meaning your number 1 star, Jaroslav Halak, 27 saves, a lot of really good saves in the first period. Some really big saves in the third period to keep the shutout. 27 save shutout, his second of the season. Overall, a fantastic game for the Boston Bruins, and we will do it again with the same New York Rangers team on Saturday. A 1 o'clock matinee between these two teams. And I would expect that after this performance, you're going to see the New York Rangers come out a lot stronger than they did in this one. Although, the big advantage for the Bruins between these two teams is that Boston can own the New York Rangers at the face-off dot. New York, just all their centermen below 500, I believe, at the below 500 at the face-off dot, which when you're taking on David Krejci, Charlie Coyle, Jack Studnicka, Sean Corrali, and more importantly, Patrice Bergeron, you're going to have a bad time in the face-off dot. So, big 2 points for the Boston Bruins. Can they keep it up as they have a rematch with the New York Rangers? And that's Saturday, 1 o'clock. We'll see you then on the next Bruins Recap Show.